up, beautiful people? So it's Tashima, and I know normally I come to you all and I'm talking about all things business, and this ain't that. This video is, I mean, like, solely focused around how to be a high value woman and how to take yourself from not necessarily being a high value woman to recognizing that you are already a high value woman. There are things that are already in you, that are instilled in you, that make you a high value woman, because baby, we were all created by a higher being that we can't even fathom mentally how great it is and how great God is. Like, we may have miraculous stories, but there are things we can't even explain to the human mind that should remind you, like, you were created by God. You are already a woman of value, and high value at that. You just got to bring it out, and that's what this video is all about. So stay tuned. So like I said, this video is solely just to kind of bring out you knowing your worth and you being able to achieve your goals in the process. A lot of times we really get caught up with what's on social media, and we really forget to focus on self and who self is and who we want self to be and what we want self to look like, because we're so busy almost sort of comparing ourselves to what's on social media. Be the one to say that in 2024 we are going to focus on self and not the people that we see or that we come in contact with. I think it is great for you to have like an example, of course, maybe depending on who that example is and what that example stands for. Is that person aligned with you? I say that because sometimes you all, and you've heard the story, like somebody met their favorite celebrity, and that celebrity turned out to be a bitch, and they ended up not liking that celebrity anymore. You want to make sure that the person that you are looking to, if you are looking to someone, is aligned. Me personally, I am looking at my billionaire self. When I am thinking about how I can continue to tap into my rich era, I am solely thinking about my billionaire self, what she does on a regular, what she looks like. So there were some things that I used to do. I no longer do those things, and it is solely because I know that my billionaire self, she does not partake in activity like that. And that is kind of where I want you guys to go. So I'm giving you all some things that you can do to truly help bring out the high value woman that is already in you, guys. It is already in you. And if you are attracting a man who isn't necessarily of value, that's because there is something in you that's not aligned with your high value, rich era girl, feminine self. And I want to make sure that we bring that out here. So starting out, invest in yourself. I don't care if it's you reading a book. I don't care if you are joining online seminars, whatever it may be. Invest in yourself. That could be career wise completely. And let me give an example. I have been looking for a debutante. Like, I want to be a debutante girl. I have always wanted to be a debutante girl, but I also believe that that will help to bring out even more of my high value self and to really tap into my feminine side. That's me investing in myself. You may want to go work out, go to the gym. That's you investing in yourself. In 2024 and beyond, I need for you to constantly invest in yourself. Being a high value woman and tapping into your rich girl era, what I have learned in just this year, that's not something you do one time. Like, that's just something you become, and it becomes habitual, and you're consistent with it. So I want you to always be investing in yourself, investing in your knowledge, investing in your health, whatever the case may be for you and your life and what you feel like you may need more of. I want you to do that thing. Next, what are your core values? What's important to you? What things keep you going? What things matter most to you? You need to be able to define those things. When you know exactly what your core values are and you stand for something, you're able to align yourself with people or things that are aligned with what you say your core values are. Like, there are just some things I ain't doing it. Get somebody else to do it. I'm not doing it. And that is because I stand on business when I say that is not aligned with who I am as a woman, a high value woman I'm just not going to lower my values to have that thing or to be with that person or whatever that may look like. And I know I'm being vague when I speak, because you being a high value woman isn't just something that's pertaining to your relationships or your career, for that matter. It could be your friendships, it could be your children, it could be your job. It really can be a lot of things. And I just want to be a reminder that if you can define your core values, you 9 out of 10 can keep yourself in alignment with your billionaire self. And you can stay in a rich girl era forever. Set boundaries. This has meant a lot to me in this year. I have done a lot of do not disturbs. At least for more than half this year, my phone has been on do not disturb. You have to set boundaries. You have to be willing to say no. Okay, because right now you're in a season of becoming your billionaire self. Keep in mind, that person is in a whole nother realm. She's in a whole nother realm. So you have to do a lot to get into that door. Now, I ain't saying she miles and miles away across the country. She might be right next door. But there are going to be things that are going to that are going to be required of you to get to that point. Setting boundaries is one of them. I recently have gone into this season of isolation where I really just want to focus on me, be by myself, between just me and my son. I might talk to my parents, but that is it. That is it. And sometimes that right now where I am, that is the boundary that I am setting. So your boundary may look different. Like I said, I've been on do not disturb all year. Your boundary may be that. Your boundary could be you just telling everybody no. Leave me alone. I'm not helping right now. Your boundary could be you telling your boss, I can't stay late. I have to handle my business. I got to do what's best for my mental health. Your boundary may be just not answering the phone when a certain friend calls, because you know for a fact that when that friend calls, they about to be talking about the riffraff. So figure out what your boundaries are and set them and stand on them. Now, this is my favorite. And this is because this has just always been who I am. But this gets me in rooms with other high value women and men. And that is what you want. Cultivate your confidence. Stand on it. If you lack confidence in any area, you need to check it. Straight up, you gotta check it. When I tell you I may be feeling shy or nervous, I will walk into a room with my head held high, my chest out, with a walk of, this is my room, I own this room, and everybody comes to me. Even though I may go and talk to people and walk up to them and ask them how they're doing, that is my confidence, that is my demeanor. And if you have people who are like, and maybe you are confident, I'll tell you, for a long time, I had people tell me that I was conceited. I had people tell me that I was cocky, and what it ended up doing to me was making me feel as if my confidence was a negative thing, and I would push it down. I would push it down and try not to be as confident. No. Be confident. Confidence alone has gotten me in rooms with the right people that have helped me in some sort of way. I have connections with high value people because of that confidence. I own the room that I am in. I own the car. I own wherever I'm at. I own it. And you got to stand on that. You got to mean business. And you got to know that you are the shit. It's no other way around it. You don't like the way your hair looked before you went to an event, and it still look good. Who gonna check me, boo? What Sheree say? Who gonna check me, boo? You gotta stand on that. I went to an event. Listen to me when I say this, because when I say confidence is a mug. I went to an event, and it was a fundraiser. So when I hear fundraiser, I think dressing up, formal, the whole nine. I came dressed. I mean, a full-blown formal outfit, and I was cute too. I was the only person in that room with a formal outfit on. And somebody was like, oh, you came overdressed. No. Everybody else came underdressed. See, that's what I tell myself. So when I walked in that room, I didn't shy away because I was overdressed than everybody else. I stood on confidence because I knew that everybody else in the room was underdressed, and I came properly prepared. You truly have to believe it. And once you believe it, you walk in it. And once you walk in it, you have truly stepped into your high value self, and you can stay in that rich girl era forever. Okay, so this is something that I actually have always worked on, but I did implement more things this year to truly help me stay in my rich girl era. So you want to have like personal care routines. This may look like meditation for you. This may look like working out, skincare routines, hair routines. You might have to stay in a tub at night to Lord have mercy. These chilling. Like I was saying. No matter what this may look like to you, you want to have some type of personal care that you are doing on a daily. I'm not going to say weekly. I'm not going to say monthly. On a daily. So for me, I work out daily. Maybe not on the weekends, but I work out daily. I do a facial care daily, morning and night. And that is what's new for me. So I went through these dark spots on my forehead, on my cheeks, and what I learned was, one, your girl got freckles. That's neither here nor there, but your girl got freckles. But I also learned that I was not properly taking care of my skin, and that matters to me. And I noticed that the dark spots, what I learned was that the dark spots were coming from sun damage. Me going outside without putting on sunscreen. My face was oily because I was not properly putting on moisturizer every day. I wasn't wearing moisturizer at all. Again, me doing that morning and evening, it's not even so much about me looking in the mirror and be like, oh, you're beautiful. I know I'm beautiful because of my heart. But when I look at myself and I see me doing this is a routine that I have created that keeps me consistent in other things, that helps me create healthy habits, so that when I start doing other things that may be outside of my personal care, I am also habitual with those things that make them healthy for me. So I don't know what that may look like for you. You may want to do meal preps, whatever it may be. Like I said, soaking in a tub, getting your nails and your toes done on a weekly basis. That's a lot, but I feel you. Whatever it may be, you want to make sure that you have something like that. And I want to just point out that sometimes you don't have to spend money on these things. Like, you might not be able to afford a gym subscription. You can walk. If you got some canned beans, some can of beans in your pantry or in your cabinet, you can use those as weights. If you have some heavy books, you can use those as weights, and you can work out in your home. I'm saying all of that to say that find your personal care routine, regardless if it costs you or not, and stick to it, because it does help you to stay in your rich girl era. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I just want you to stay. The rich girl era isn't just an era, it's a lifestyle. We changing the name of the video to Rich Girl Lifestyle. What I have learned based off of coming in contact with so many high value women and men, they are all goal oriented. They all have a goal. They all have something that they are working to achieve, and you want to have that. And you want this goal to not necessarily be the thing that just takes over your life, but you want this goal to be achievable for you. You want it to be an accomplishment that you can add on, but you want it to be something that will keep you focused, to keep you diligent and persistent in the things that you're doing. And this is just something that I've learned. Like, I've spoken to a lot of high value women this year, and based off of the conversations, it's like I'm reaching goals, sis. That was my goal 2 months ago, but now I'm on to this goal because I've reached that goal. That is what we want. So sometimes if you are someone who feels like, okay, I don't feel like I've reached any of my goals, maybe your goals are, and let me say this, because I don't want anyone to think I'm shooting a dream down. Dream larger than your mind can understand. Okay? Dream larger than your mind can understand. But set smart goals. Goals that are achievable. Goals that can not necessarily be easily reached, but goals that are not too spread out. So if I have a 5-year goal, I'm not focused on that 5-year goal. I'm focused on that 90-day goal that's going to help me get to that 5-year goal, if that makes sense. So I want you all, because what that does is that helps to boost your confidence. When you know that you are reaching goals, that helps to boost your confidence for you to keep going. When you feel like you're not reaching your goals, what happens is your ass stop working. You stop striving for that goal. You stop doing the things. You get insecure. You get lazy. The whole nine. So maybe if you have these goals and you feel like you're not reaching them, dial them down to a smaller time frame. Another thing, make them realistic. Sometimes y'all are, and I've heard it. I'm just be the one to say it because maybe y'all friends ain't said nothing. Sometimes you all are setting goals that aren't even realistic. Baby, it ain't realistic. You talking about hitting 7 figures in a year and you ain't even put together a 7-figure goal. Your goal, not even a 6-figure goal. We got to be realistic. Now, this one is easy. Surround yourself with positivity, whether that be positive people, whether the shows that you watch are positive shows, whether the books that you read are positive books, whatever. Everything needs to be uplifting. You want to make sure that you're staying at a frequency that is, this is our middle mark. We ain't going down here though. I'm not even gonna mention that. But you want to make sure you are staying somewhere here. When you find yourself coming down here, you need to get yourself here first. Get yourself here first and then work your way up. So even for myself, when I find myself getting aggravated in the car because some of these people in Atlanta, Georgia cannot drive, I have to get myself here. And I have to remind myself, you ain't even gonna see that person 10 minutes from now. You're not, that person means nothing to you right now. And then I get myself back to, maybe I play a song, whatever I do. I have to get myself back to a neutral place so I can raise my frequency. You want to make sure that you are not talking to people who are negative and who are gossiping and who are doing things that are going to get on your nerves, or even those things may not get on your nerves, but those are things that you don't need to take part in. If you are trying to stay in a rich girl era, we ain't got time to gossip. We ain't got time for that. It's too much good and love and life around for us to focus on that. That is a simple one for me, but I do realize that may be difficult for some of you all. So I will always recommend that you make a playlist. Make a playlist that lights you up, that makes you so excited, that gives you like those butterflies in your stomach. Turn that playlist on when you find yourself not feeling the most positive or when your frequency is low. So those are my 7 steps on becoming a high value woman and entering your rich girl era. I just want you all to understand that this is your time to shine. This is your time to dominate and to be the version of yourself that you already her. You just have to bring her out. There is a part of you that is yearning to come out. You just have to take small steps to bring her out. I want you all to truly be able to get to a point where you can accomplish your heart's desires, whether that's love, whether that's career-wise, family, health, whatever it may be. I want you all to be there. I want for you what I want for myself. So I want you all to be there. Now, if you found this video empowering in any way whatsoever, if you felt like you got something, you had an aha moment, whatever it may be, please let me know in the comments. This helps me to create better content and to create content that you all actually want and love. So if you've enjoyed it as much as I have, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. And I will see you all on the next video.